Hello and welcome to our HeFlow onboarding course. In the videos of this training, you will learn how to model a process by including documentation, attachments, and different levels of information. You will also see how to publish the documentation of your processes on the portal to share it with the users who are in your environment. You will learn how to interact with other users to provide suggestions for process improvements. You will then see how to improve your processes, in particular by creating versions. You will learn how to customize your documentation portal using process landscape type processes. Finally, we will present the main elements of managing an environment. It is very likely that you will have an administrator role if you take this course. It is therefore important that you understand how a HeFlow environment works. You will see how the licensing system works, how to invite users to your environment, and assign them the role that corresponds to the rights you want to assign them. You will discover the different user roles existing in HeFlow, and you will see how to create them. This course aims to make you discover the HeFlow tool. Our Academy also offers training to learn how to use the BPMN 2.0 notation and to automate your processes in HeFlow. We invite you to take these two courses if you want to learn more about these two subjects. Some of the features that will be presented in this training are part of the different paid plans. If you use the free version of HeFlow, then we advise you to activate your 15-day trial to take advantage of all the features that will be studied in this course. HeFlow is a SaaS, software as a service solution. You can access it with your credentials. It is a tool accessible from any computer or mobile device. If you do not have a HeFlow account, you can create one for free by clicking on this button. After having created and validated your account, you can then connect to HeFlow by clicking on this button. You can bookmark this page in your browser to facilitate your access to HeFlow. You must enter your email address, your password, and validate that you are not a robot to be able to connect. If you have forgotten your password, it is then possible to define a new one by clicking on "Forgot your password." You will then receive an email to the address provided with a link to reset your password. You can also log in using your Google or Facebook accounts. You also have the possibility to create your free HeFlow account on this page by clicking on this button. We are going to connect to HeFlow. When we log into HeFlow, we access an environment. You can find the name of this environment at the top right of the screen. It is possible to access several environments. If during your connection, you access an environment that you have created, you are then a user with an administrator role in this environment. You will learn more about the different HeFlow roles and the management of environments in the last course of this training. Bill Evans, the user we use for this training, has an administrator role. He therefore has access to all the pages and functionalities of this HeFlow environment. As we said before, if you follow this training, there is a high probability that you will also have an administrator role. You can see on the left part all the screens accessible by the connected user. You will see in the Environment Management course that access to these screens depends on the roles associated with the logged-in user. Bill Evans has access to all possible screens. We are currently on the home page of this environment. By default, the home page of an environment contains two dashboards, which we also call widgets. On the left one, Recent Changes, you can see the recent changes made to the processes in your environment. On the right one, Meters, you can see the number of processes being edited, the number of those awaiting approval, and the number of processes published on the documentation portal. You will learn more about these statuses in the next lesson. You will see in the automation training that it is possible to associate one or more home pages with a user role. We can access the Process Editor screen. On this screen you can model and document your processes. You can also configure the automation of your processes. It is also on this screen that you can publish the documentation and automation of your processes. Once your processes are published, you can improve and update them by creating new versions. This is an edit screen. You can also access the portal screen. Here you can view published process documentation, view your organization's RACI matrix, create work items, and view the status of work items you have created. You will see in the course on managing the environment that it is possible to limit the options available on this screen. We also have access to the workspace where we can find the list of tasks, with all the work items accessible by the logged-in user. We can also access records related to this environment where we can create and save data. There are native records like departments and people, but it is possible to create new ones. It is also possible to create pages in the workspace that contain custom dashboards. You will learn more about the workspace in the automation training. You also have access to the different screens to manage your environment. It is in this part that you can customize your environment, manage your licenses, and your user roles. It is also in this part that you can create and invite users. In this training, we will present the screens of the Process Editor, the portal, and the different screens of the Manage Environment part. Workspace screens will be presented in automation training. There are also other features and shortcuts. You can access the HeFlow Marketplace. This functionality allows an administrator or process analyst type user to be able to view all the marketplaces created on HeFlow by consultants to discover their skills and modeling and automation projects in BPMN 2.0. Administrator type users can create their marketplace. The objective is to be able to connect HeFlow users with consultants to start modeling, documentation or process automation projects using the HeFlow platform. You can download examples of modeled processes by clicking on Samples. This allows you to customize and adapt an already modeled process. There are several case models commonly used in process management. The What's New section allows you to be informed about the most recent features available on HeFlow. You will receive an alert each time a new feature is available. By clicking on What's New, you can then access the list of new features. You can see their name, a description, a link to access a complete article in our knowledge base. In some cases, you can see an explanatory video of the affected functionality. You can access our knowledge base by clicking on Help. Our knowledge base articles can help you understand features and use the tool. You can search for a particular article by writing keywords on the search feature. The items available are divided into different categories. Getting started, business process automation, business process modeling, publishing and improvements, management dashboards, environment management, and user interface. The knowledge base exists in English, Portuguese, French, and Spanish. You must click on the plus at the top right if you wish to change the language of the knowledge base. There are more shortcuts and features on the top right of our HeFlow page. You can set your user options by clicking on your avatar or profile picture. You can change your profile picture. You can activate HeFlow's dark mode. You can change your user level. This level provides access to different types of BPMN 2.0 elements when modeling processes. If you want to have access to all BPMN 2.0 elements, then you must choose the advanced level. This is the default level. You can access your user information by clicking on My Account. You can then change your name. This will be the name that will be visible to you and other users who share your environment. This will be visible in the information about the process documentation as well as on the different work items. The information, nickname, corresponds to the username you want to have on the marketplace. If you are a marketplace author, then this will be the username visible to users viewing your marketplace. If you are a user who accesses a marketplace, then this will be the username visible to the various authors of the marketplace with whom you wish to contact. You can change the HeFlow interface language. You can also change your password and see the accounts associated with your user. You have the option to enable two-factor authentication. This method allows you to add additional authentication to your login and password. If you use this feature, then you must provide a one-time code generated by an application in addition to your login and password. We advise you to use Authy or Google Authenticator for a better user experience. You will see in the course on environment management that it is possible to force users associated with a specific role to use this functionality. You have the option to enable the customer support chat. This option is only available to administrator users on a paid plan. By default, this feature is enabled for this type of user. You can then contact our support team directly via our chat tool located at the bottom right of the HeFlow pages. There is a bell where you can find the different notifications associated with your user. The objective is to alert you to various topics concerning the documentation or automation of processes. We will see several examples of notifications in this training, and in the one on automation. You have the information of the name of the environment on which you are. If you click on this name, you can then see the list of different environments you have access to. We will see more about the concept of environment in our last lesson. There are 4 shortcuts that you will often use as an administrator user. This command allows you to invite users to this environment. You must inform the user role and the email address of the users you wish to invite. We will see how to invite users and how to configure their access in our course on environment management. This allows you to create a process, import a process, or create a work item. We will see in the next videos how to create and import a process. We will see the creation of work items in the automation training. These 2 icons allow the creation and editing of pages in HeFlow. The objective is to be able to create dashboards using widgets to highlight indicators. The pencil icon allows you to edit the page you are on. This icon is only available on pages that can be edited. We will click on it. As you can see, we can now make changes to the widgets on this page. We can also add other widgets to create dashboards. You must click on the eye icon to return to view mode. These widgets are contained in HeFlow pages. You can manage and create pages in HeFlow by clicking on this icon. You then have access to the list of pages that can be edited in your environment. You can disable the display of a page by clicking on this icon. The page concerned will then no longer be visible in the workspace menu. You also have the option of reactivating inactive pages on this screen. You can create new pages. You can also import pages that were created in another environment. It will then be necessary to export the page from the original environment, in order to then be able to import it into this one. Creating and editing pages and widgets are covered in the automation training. We will see in our next lesson the different functionalities present in the process editor. We will learn how to create a BPMN 2.0 process and associate different levels of documentation with it. Thank you and see you next lesson.